By far the most polished VR shooter I've ever played. I play it to cool down from playing Tabor. It can be equally frustrating sometimes, but the simplicity and lower level of realism with the guns makes it feel like my character in the game knows what they're doing. The guns in Tabor and 90% of the other shooters in VR are too realistic in their operation in my opinion, taking me out of the experience since I have to focus so intensely on grabbing the right things in the right order without accidentally grabbing something right next to the thing I need to grab or knocking the gun around since I can't actually feel any of it in real life, all just to reload the damn thing. Exclamation mark. Like, aren't I supposed to be some kind of professional mercenary in this game? Why does it take me 2 to 4 business minutes to pull a charging handle? It's so much easier to play the role of a professional SWAT operative in Breachers because they take bullshit like that out and let you focus on the fun part of tactical shooters. As a person who plays multiple VR shooters, I would definitely and confidently say that this one out of the better shooters out there. This is because of all the mechanics and the game overall style and all the variety that's in this game like the maps and weapons. Trust me, I would know I have 150 plus hours on this game. Would buy if I were you. A very good game, one of the best from the meta store. The graphics are fine for a standalone version. Of course, they had to make compromises and concessions, but overall it is bearable. The gameplay is very good and well thought out and that's what makes it such a good FPS game. In my opinion, this type of gameplay, such as slower, more natural movement, makes such games better for me, rather than blindly running and attacking everything that moves. What do you think of Ghosts of Tabor, sir? I like when games actually give you PTSD and the game mechanics contribute to real life. Every time I hear a plane my brain gets excited and thinks it airdrop, or when I hear a sound that somewhat sounds like a gunshot I get the feeling of fight or flight. And sometimes it gets disturbing after shooting a 4-year-old that was begging for his life that only had a Cobra sight in a sling backpack, but you get used to it. But the next time I get killed by some. And you sir. I've been playing Tabor for almost 2 years and it has been running really smooth. Unless you crash for some reason, and I am very satisfied with all the updates and graphic improvements except when they change the med spawn rate, and I love how realistic it is. You can customize your weapons unlike other games. There are many different environments to choose from, like a dark tunnels and narrow corridors to a bright open field and sunny beaches. And there is a few bugs here and there, but they usually get patched really quickly, so it is really worth buying this game. How's the feel of this game, sir? Well, my dad and I have been having such an awesome time playing co-op. I had bought Zero Caliber 2 for my dad's 78th birthday. He's a Vietnam-era vet who served in Korea. We have enjoyed playing almost every day. We are now playing on veteran difficulty and enjoying every minute. The campaign missions are more in-depth. In terms of the length of one mission and engaging storyline, co-op and PvP maps are bigger and better, really getting you immersed in the game. Graphics are more crisp than the first game and special effects are more detailed. One of my favorite FPS games right now. How about you, sir? I really enjoyed the first version of this game as Zero Caliber, Reloaded, but this one is better in every way. I love the base and just being able to grab the gun along with attachments right off the wall. The story is meh, but I'll be honest, I usually forget the storylines of most games rather quickly. I love finding the skins on the maps and gun physics seem pretty solid. The mission layouts were great with unique layouts and good variety where I actually had to use smaller SMG or a pistol in proper CQB areas vs. in other games I ran through with an AR no matter the map. I will definitely be replaying the missions, especially from Snow Ghost on, as they really got me hyped on what I was doing. What do you think of this game, sir? Pavlov is so good because of the mods and community. You can be in the Wild West 1 second and the next be in an intense shootout or driving a Lambo in a city. I like how realistic it is and how hard it is to use the iron sights. And you, sir, I love the game, and even when I was using the beta, I never really noticed any glitches or bugs. It's a really fun VR shooter full of amusing interactions with other people if you join the right game, and really fun and pretty immersive gameplay. And you, sir, definitely the best game on VR. I grew up on this game pretty much. I started when I turned 12 and I'm already 15. Did you say 12? Yeah, it's been the best experience meeting new people and making friends on the app. I love this game and I would recommend it to everyone who has a VR headset. How do you feel about this game, sir? The best VR game on the market right now. VAIL delivers a whole new experience, with the best weapons, physics, and so far for me, community out of every VR game I have played. It's also not like most other VR shooters, where the setting is by default military. It's set far in the future, with a war between two parties, the colonists and the Riyab, and not only that, this game is addictive, because during their 1.0 update in February, Axe Lab added a progression system to VAIL, having you unlock every gun one by one. This game is also great if you're competitive, as that's one of the things Axe Lab pushed hard for, making VAIL the #1 VR esports game. Axe Lab also has much more to come in the future, such as extraction and a campaign. I may not be an OG player like some, but with my time in the game to back me up, on their website, VAILVR.com username is WAR, I can say with confidence, whether you like shooters or not, you will not regret purchasing this game, and if you do, that, my friend, is a you problem. And with that, I hope to see you in game. What about you, sir? It's very realistic and there's no bots, so that way you can actually go up against actual people. I just love the weapons though, like you have to survive and find guns around the map and you start out with a knife. You can go back to the safe zone and the way you actually have to push down your front joystick to start the grenade, and there's different grenades like a smoke bomb and non-active where you can hold it as long as you want, but when you throw it it explodes, and one where if you hold for too long you explode. Okay now, Contractors Showdown is a hell of a game. Really, sir, what has you hyped about it? What got me is the immersion. Although I would say that sometimes getting teamed up with a bunch of kids sweating in-game is such a negative vibe, the immersion of just going down the map, pretending I am a fucking badass with a gun, running around trying to look for guns, ammo, and stuff while trying my best not to get domed while running for the next safe zone had me going like crazy. It's addictive, to say the least. What made it more addictive was when I teamed up with incredible players who knew how to speak my language and wanted to win. The amount of strategy involved made me finally say that I love the game. I love competitive games like Valorant and Dota 2, so it hit me like a bus when I felt the same dopamine hormones kicking in playing Contractors Showdown. What about you, sir? Hands down the best VR game since VR was invented, and this game has brought me the best excitement. It's super immersive, the graphics are incredible, the devs themselves are super passionate about what they are doing, so you know you won't be disappointed. This game isn't just for fun, it makes you glad you even have a VR headset, and it's a great time for us to be alive and be part of this experience. I am super thankful to have been part of this game since the alpha test and watched it get to its release, and it has made me thankful for my VR. Sir, what's your feeling on this free-to-play game? I love this game so much. You see, you have Fortnite and Warzone and all these other games that have been flooded with try-hard kids who will say skill issue, but you see when you're playing this game it's not filled with kids like that. I've met so many nice guys and a couple women playing this game. You see, when it comes to this game, in my opinion, you either win or you actually have a skill issue. There's no hopping around, there's no slide cancel, it's just you a trigger and your hand movements. There needs to be more games like this, end of story. There is no reason to not give this game a chance, it's free and you will have fun moments. You, sir, I've had this game for about 4 years. It's still one of the most compelling experiences utilizing VR. Climbing anything, flying, just those two things would make a great game. Add guns, build mechanics, map builder, PvP battle royale, this game is endlessly entertaining. For new players there's lots of modes that let you ease into playing without being thrown into intense combat with seasoned players. Because this is a battle royale game, you have to have the right mindset. This game is hard, other people are really good at it, and you have to get used to losing. The odds of winning in a full lobby of equally skilled players is at best 16.5%. You will absolutely lose more than you win. But that makes winning so much sweeter. I've never enjoyed a game as much as this one. Thank you, and you, sir. It's probably the best free game on VR. Me and my friend have played this for the past year, and every game still has the same excitement as the first time I got it. Population 1 offers free new skins every so often, which makes the game even better to play. There is also an amazing array of skins from the shop that look amazing. Hyper-R last on the list. Let's hear your thoughts. It's a dynamic game in which you need to have a good situational awareness and reaction time. Also, many are saying that the shotgun shield meta is off, but in my opinion, it's really not. If you get good enough, you can outplay it easily by dashing behind them and spamming above below their shield. My favorite meta is 2 suppressed SMG or a suppressed SMG and the exploding gun. If you're fast enough, it's perfect. Either way, I love this game. It requires skill, and there are many game modes, many strategies, free skins and much more. My advice to any new player: you gotta master dashing and shooting on training, especially dashing in 180. Staying in a group does not work. I had a situation where 5 guys stacked together on a hill, and I killed all of them by just dashing around with SMG. You gotta be patient and train. In short, it's great. Almost all of the guns, movement, voice chat, everything feels nice, smooth, and most importantly simple. The only gun that I have a problem with is the rifle, sniper pistol, but that's just my general bias. I am not very good with sneakers in VR, but it's still fun. I do kind of wish that the shield had a melee function though. I have played a lot of shooter games in my time, and this one is very unique due to the dashing feature. Thank you all, gentlemen and ladies. Voices have been changed to protect privacy. Hope you all enjoy your new quest and see you on the battlefield.